Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praises to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most merciful. I bear witness that there is no one worthy of worship but Almighty Allah. And I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger. To proceed, my name is Saleh, and today I'm going to be giving a short advice for students. In a couple of days, students are going to back they're going to be back to their schools, and I figure out this is the perfect time for me to give them even a short advice, because I've got a lot of things on my table. So we all know that for students to have sound education that we want them to have, there are so many people that have responsibilities to fulfill in the life of students. Parents, they have their own responsibilities. Teachers, they have their own responsibilities. The government has its own responsibilities. The management of the schools, they have their own responsibilities as well. So for example, parents, they have to be supportive to their children. They have to provide the necessary things that they need for them to keep going and to be motivating them. And then teachers, they have to be dedicated. They have to dedicate their time for their students, and they have to be advising them. And then management of the school, they have to be supportive as well, and the government has to be supportive to the students as well. But at the end of the day, we may have the most dedicated teachers, we may have the most supportive parents, the most supportive government, and the most supportive management, but none of them will make a difference. None of them will matter. So none of them will not yield the results that we want unless the students themselves, they fulfill their own responsibilities as well. So if the students fulfill their own responsibilities the way parents are fulfilling their own responsibilities, and teachers and the management and the government, so we'll be seeing that we will be getting the results that we want. So and something that a lot of students don't understand is that no matter who you want to become in the future, whoever you want to become, no matter what you want to be doing in your future, you need education. No matter what you want, whoever you want to become, you need education. That is the truth. You have to understand that first. If you understand that and you have that mindset that whoever you want, this is what I want to become, and the person that I want to become in the future, I need education to become that person. Or this is what I want to be doing in my future, and in order for me to be doing this, I need to get education. If you have that mindset, challenges will be coming. Problems will be coming. You're going to be facing a lot of them, maybe from your teachers, from your parents, from your colleagues, on your way to school, from the environment, from different things. Challenges will be coming from different angles. So when challenges coming, when challenges come, it's okay. When challenges come, it's okay. Don't allow the challenges that come to turn you to somebody who is now neglecting his education, or who is now disrespecting his parents, or disrespecting his teachers, his or her teachers, or someone who is become somebody else in the environment. Don't allow those challenges to change you, because those people that you are admiring today, your teachers themselves, and the engineers that you want to become like them, the doctors that you want to become like them, they also faced challenges while they were studying, and they didn't allow the challenges to stop them. They didn't allow the challenges to change them. That's how they get to where they are today. That's how they become somebody you admire so much today. And another thing you need to know is that the real power depends on education, not on physical strength. When we talk about power, childish thinking is that you think that, oh, somebody who has strength. But the real power, I'm talking about the real power, it depends on education, not on physical strength. And that means the most knowledgeable people in any field, they are the ones that have real power. Believe me, the most knowledgeable people in any field, name it, in any field, the most knowledgeable people, they are the ones that have real power. If you think about the government, the most knowledgeable people in term of, you know, in term of that field, they are the ones that have real power. The most knowledgeable person in terms of politics, they are the ones that have real power, and that's how it happens in any field. If you think about, the most powerful countries in the world, what is the reason? One of the main reasons, or if not, let's say the main reason why they are the most powerful countries, or the most powerful country, I believe it's the USA. And if we think about the reasons why they are the most powerful country in the world, we will nail it down to the point that they are the most most knowledgeable countries in the world. In term of politics, they are the most knowledgeable. In term of economy, they are the most knowledgeable. In term of culture as well, they don't neglect their culture, they don't play with their culture. So in terms of real power, talk about different countries, they became, or they are the most powerful countries because they are the most knowledgeable country in the world. So if you want to become someone who has real power, you need knowledge, you need education. So make sure you don't give up on your real power, you don't give up on your education, you don't give up on your studies. The moment you give up on going to school, or you give up on studying whatever you're studying, that is the moment you are giving up your real power. So don't give up your real power, because as I said, the real power depends on knowledge, not on physical strength. And here are some steps for you that I believe will help you. The first thing I need you to be doing from the beginning of this term is that I want you to organize yourself. As a student, organize yourself by prioritizing the priorities. Everything has its own priorities. Education as well has its own priorities. If you are a student, you have to have certain priorities. So make sure you know your priorities and you prioritize your priorities at the same time. So one of the things that you need to prioritize is going to school on time. You need to prioritize that. The right thing, the right time you are supposed to be at your school. Prioritize being present at your school on time. Prioritize doing your assignment and doing your classwork at the same time. Prioritize writing your notes. Prioritize dressing properly. Prioritize the rules and regulations of the school. So make sure, as students, organize yourself by prioritizing the priorities. If you do this, you're going to see yourself making progress. And another step is that, as a student, have personal timetable for your daily routine. Have personal timetable for your daily routine and studies, in order for you to be making progress daily. If you don't have timetable for yourself, if you don't have daily timetable that you follow, you discipline yourself to be following your timetable. If you don't have any timetable, you're going to end up doing something that is wrong. Because if you have timetable, you're going to be occupied on your timetable. From this time to this time, I have to do this. From this time to this time, I need to go to lunch. From this time to this time, I need to raise my brain. From this time to this time, I need to just be silent and think about the future, or think about something people think. So if you have everything scheduled on your timetable, you're not going to end up going to somewhere you are not supposed to go. If you're following your timetable, you're not going to end up following a friend to a bad place. If you have your own timetable that you're disciplining yourself and you're following that timetable, you're not going to end up in a place where they will be chasing you around. So make sure you have timetable for your daily routine and studies in order for you to keep making to be making progress in terms of your education. And another thing, as a student, you need to form good relationship with your parents and your teachers as well. The thing about life is the way you treat people, that's how they are going to be treating you as well. So treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want people to be respecting you, you have to be respecting people as well. If you want your children, when you start having children, if you want your children to be obeying you, you have to be obeying your children as well. If you want your students to be obeying you, or those that are under you, you have to be obeying your teachers. You have to be obeying your elders as well. So treat people the way you want to be treated. We have students today talking back to teachers, even talking back to their parents. So you are living the way people are going to be living towards you. So make sure you form good relationship with your parents and your teachers. That is how you're going to be free. You wouldn't be worrying yourself about certain things if you are forming good relationship with your parents and your teacher as well, and they will be happy to help you in any way in any way they can, because you are forming good relationship with them. But if you're not forming good relationship with them, even your parent, it will be hard for you to get school fee from them. And it will be hard for teacher to be teaching you and be happy that he or she is teaching you. But if you have good relationship with every single one of them, happiness is going to be full of wherever you find yourself. So make sure you form good relationship with your parents and your teachers as well. And another thing is, make sure you align your social life with your educational life. Make sure you align your social life with your educational life. If your social life is not in alignment with your educational life, you're going to be distracted at some point. That is the fact. That is the truth. If your social life is not in alignment with your educational life, you're going to be distracted. Even if you focus at the beginning of the term, you're going to be distracted in the middle or before the end. That is the truth. So make sure that about that, there are some BFFs that you need to let go. You need to cut the relationship between you and them. I mean, BFFs, your BFFs, best friend forevers. There are some of them that you need to cut the relationship, because their goals and aims are different from yours. If you notice that these that we're doing friend that I know we've been friends for a long period of time with so, but he has aims that are different from mine. He has goals that are different from mine. So you have to totally let go of that friend, or else you're going to be distracted at some point, as I said before. So make sure your social life, who you are being friends with, where you go, the place you spend your time, whoever you share your stories with, make sure that they are in alignment with your educational life if you want to keep being on the track of education that you are. Okay. And another thing is, be mindful of what you consume. Be mindful of what you put inside yourself. They say you are what you eat. You are what you eat. So if you eat healthy, you're going to be healthy. And if you eat unhealthy, automatically you are going to be unhealthy. So that is the reason why you have to be mindful of what you put inside yourself. Move away from intoxicants. Don't do drugs. I'm mentioning these two things because these days, among students, if you want to have sense of belonging, in your mate, within your mate, there are certain things that you have to do. And these days, one of them is that you have to be consuming intoxicants, or you have to be doing drugs. It is now becoming rampant between students today. So you have to let go, or don't make sure you move away. You make sure you are being mindful of whatever you put inside yourself. Make sure you are mindful of whatever you put inside yourself if you want to keep staying on the track of education that you are from the beginning of the term. So don't do drugs and move away from intoxicants. You don't have to be following the crowd. I say this to my students a lot. You don't have to follow the crowd. A lot of people in the environment, students, they're doing drugs, they're going to certain areas, doing bad stuff. We all know that even if you don't belong to any religion, you're not a Muslim and you're not a Christian, just by thinking about it, or from the or because of the culture that we grew up in, you know that what they are doing is wrong, but you join them because you want to, you have the sense of belonging, like I also belong to so people. So let go of, you don't have to be following the crowd. Be different by staying on the track that you are. And another, and this is going to be last because of time, so another thing is, make sure you read and revise for understanding, not for examination. And the truth is, we all study for examination, and that is wrong. You have to be studying because you want to understand. If you study because you want to understand, if you read and revise because you want to understand, you will read and understand, and it will stay with you for, if not forever, it will be for a long period of time. But if you read and revise and study just for examination, immediately after your examination, so you will forget everything that you read and revise. So make sure you study. When you're studying, following your timetable, make sure you study and revise for understanding, not for examination that is in front of you. So this is just a short period of, piece of advice for you students as you enter, as you start this term. I wish you best of luck. I pray to Almighty Allah to count you as one of the most successful students. So, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.